One player through the hole, one goal from the start to dominate the art of the black and blue and watch your Super Bowl dreams till they all come true.
Looking in the mirror, it's about that time. Put on my war paint, hit the front line. I'm geeked. I've been training for weeks, ready to put on my black football sneaks. I weigh 295 pounds. Blah! Watch your body hit the ground. I'm ready to bang. Hell's fleet or rain. I'm like the Great Dane, tearing out your frame. They hit me in my back. Watch my ribs crack. 2.5 weeks, resolve be back. On your march, get ready, get set. I'm gone. Listen to the
YouTube, welcome blogtv.com, welcome Ravens fans to Ravens Fan Nation right here on the Ravens Rain Gang. And why I mentioned YouTube, or YouTubers, and Blog TV, which is blogtv.com, thank you for joining in here to the official pre-predictions of the NFL for our predictions for the 2009 NFL season. This has been a 3-day event, and yesterday we did a preview in the AFC North. Today we're doing season predictions, and then tomorrow we're doing playoffs and power rankings. It's all a 3-day event brought to you by Fantasy Sports Commissioner on CBS Sports, and obviously brought to you by us. We are in relation to or affiliated with CBS Sports, ESPN, or Fantasy Sports Commissioner. We just run off of them when it comes to stats and plays and whatnot. So let's get to our official predictions for the season. I am Joe. Jeff cannot join me this afternoon and will unfortunately not be able to join us for this entire 3-day event. These are pre-predictions, and what I mean by pre-predictions is the official predictions, the actual accurate predictions will come out in August. These are pre-predictions before the month of training camp, which is next month in July. So we're not going to talk about a lot of these. If you don't agree with them, hey, comment. If you agree with them, comment. Don't forget to rate this video no matter what you were looking for, how you feel, or what you're doing. Comment this video, rate this video right now. Subscribe to the video as well. Also, any other videos we did earlier, check them out. It really helps us. So let's get to our 2009-2010 NFL season predictions. In the AFC East, starting off in the American Conference, the Buffalo Bills 6-10 this year, Miami 7-9, New York Jets 9-7, and New England Patriots 13-3. Your AFC North, the Baltimore Ravens this year are 10-6, 9-7 for Cincy. The Bengals there, Cleveland at 5-10, Pittsburgh Steelers at 11-5. Your AFC South, the Houston Texans 9-7, Indianapolis 10-6, Jacksonville Jags at 11-5. Tennessee at 10-6. Your American West is the Denver Broncos 10-6 this year. Kansas City 8-8. Oakland Raiders at 5-10. San Diego 11-5. The National Conference, the National Football Conference, where they say the real football is, I disagree. I beg to differ there, and why I disagree, you'll know. The NFC East, the Dallas Cowboys 9-7 this year. New York Giants 11-5. Philadelphia Eagles 12-4 and 8-8 for your Redskins. Your National Conference North, the Chicago Bears 8-8, 5-10 for your Detroit Lions, 10-6 for the Packers, and 11-5 for the Minnesota Vikings. The NFC South, God, I'm overofficial with AFC. The NFC South, the Atlanta Falcons 12-4, Carolina Panthers 10-6, New Orleans Saints 10-6, and your Tampa Bay Buccaneers 6-10. Last but not obviously least, your National Conference West. Jeez, I have a favorite with the American there. Your National Conference West, the Arizona Cardinals 8-8. Your St. Louis Rams this year are at 3-13. San Francisco 49ers 10-6 and Seattle 7-9. Pardon me for saying American so many times. I got American stuck in my head. Proud to be an American. All right, so let's go to our first of all the American East. Buffalo Bills, great move with getting Terrell Owens this year. You lost Jason Peters, kind of concerns me. That's why I have you at 6-10. Again, we did a prediction video earlier in the year, about a month back, and these predictions are going to be different from them, and obviously the next video we do will be in August for predictions, and obviously this will probably change as well. 6-10 for Buffalo. Miami, hello Miami, 7-9. Your quarterback position with Chad Pennington, I mean, you still got Joey Porter. Your schedule, in my opinion, everybody considers it, I guess, right, is this a murderous schedule, but if it keeps on the right track, pardon me, with the defense and the offense you got the ability to really strive for a playoff appearance. So I have you at 9-7 this year. Again, every division has a question mark on it because obviously we just don't know. This is just how I'm feeling. New England, you got Tom Brady back. And my new saying this year, if you have Tom Brady on your team, you're a playoff team. Tom Brady. with the New England Patriots. New York Jets, you got Bart Scott, Jim Leonard, your new head coach Rex Ryan. You picked up Mark Sanchez in the draft. Depends on how you use this. Same with when Brett Favre came into your organization. You didn't use him right. You didn't work out too good. But I still think New York's got the ability to run pretty far in the year. Again, playoffs though, I don't know. If you lost them, blame it on New England or Miami. I just don't see Buffalo in playoff contention this year. Baltimore Ravens. I'm not really going to talk about the Ravens. I just think they're taking a wild card this year. And pretty much you know what's been going with the Ravens. Cincinnati Bengals, you did a very, very good draft. Picked up Andre Smith, Ray Montaluga. Marvin Lewis is coaching you all season very, very, very well. Cincinnati, you're going to go far this year. You got a real deep run this year, trust me. Cleveland, you lost one of your receivers. I mean, Brady Quinn, I think that situation is not figured out yet. Just Cleveland's just a big mess in my opinion right now. Haven't had a productive offseason. The draft got a B+, C-, but you know, I just don't see Cleveland going anywhere this year. Pittsburgh takes home that division 11-5. I mean, you still got all your great players. Heath Miller, Hines Ward, Troy Polamalu. You got Ben Roethlisberger, Mike Tomlin. So many good, great players there. And I believe you picked up Hood, a defensive tackle in the draft. In the South, Houston Texans had a great offseason this year. Just worked towards a little bit more at 9-7. And the reason I have a lot of these teams higher than a lot of predictions would, again, I think a lot of these teams are going to be a lot worse than I'm predicting or a lot better than I'm predicting. But again, I'm just putting them in that range where, hey, they could make a deep run. So Houston's one of them. Indianapolis, I mean, first of all, you lost Tony Dungy. You lost Harrison. Peyton Manning is getting a little, I guess you want to call, a little weaker in my opinion. But I still think they're going to be a great team. Now, previous videos I said I think they're going to fail this year and mix the playoffs. I just don't see that happening with Indianapolis. I still see Indianapolis making a wild card spot. Jacksonville, wow, Maurice Jones-Drew, David Gerard, Eugene Monroe in the draft, Torrey Holt. I mean, God, you had somebody's talent last year, but now you got more. You got more to work with. Jacksonville, you got the weapons, light the fire. You'll be able to win that division next year. Tennessee, still strong at 10-6, but I think Indianapolis is going to take the record over you and take them a wild card spot. But again, it could go the other way around. Tennessee, you lost Haynesworth. It concerns me again, but we'll have to wait and see. In the West, Denver Broncos, you lost Jay Cutler. That's the biggest thing in my opinion. He's been a franchise quarterback for Denver for a while. You got Kyle Orton, still a great quarterback. You got Brian Dawkins. I mean, you work towards it. You could possibly make a playoff appearance. I'm still getting questioned. 10-6 might be a little bit higher than I want to expect for the Broncos, but wild card spot, why not? Kansas City 8-8, a lot higher from where they were last year. Matt Castle in the quarterback helm, and their defense is getting better and better year by year. Work on your offense a little bit. Losing Tony Gonzalez was a big, huge hit for y'all. So again, getting a little concerned there. San Diego Chargers, you still got Phillip Rivers. You still got a great running game. San Diego, you're gonna go far this year. Dallas Cowboys didn't have a productive draft. You did not have a productive draft. But with T.O. gone, that drama is now out of the locker room. So Tony Romo can now, I guess, look straight down the field and know he's not pressured who to throw at. You could go far this year from where you were last year. New York Giants 11-5. I mean, you know, losing Plexico, again, a big hit there, but you still got a great team when it comes to the New York Giants. They've always been a competitive defense and offensive team. Philadelphia Eagles, you picked up Jason Peters this year, and you had a really, really great offseason. Donovan McNabb, Andy Reid still leading that team. Eagles, work. You got a great season ahead of you. Washington, I mean, Washington never knows how to spend their money right. Never has known how to spend the money right in the Redskins nation. My opinion, NFL's opinion, CBS's opinion. Redskins, you worked pretty hard to get Haynesworth. You got your draft pick. You're not letting him in the positions you should and need to put him in. Letting Haynesworth take all that pressure and all. It's just, I don't see the Redskins working well this year. Chicago, you got Jay Cutler. Work towards it 8-8. Detroit Lions, I mean, you know, you picked up a lot of players, but it's going to be enough, though, for you to get out of a slump. 5-10 is pretty good. Playoff appearance, no, not in your future. Packers, 10-6. They're a great team, a great offensive team. Minnesota's a great defensive team, 11-5 this year. Atlanta Falcons, you got Matt Ryan's now a veteran. You picked up Tony Gonzalez, one of the best tight ends in football, 12-4. And that's the division. Division goes to Minnesota. Your wild card goes to New York Giants. The division goes to Philadelphia Eagles. Wild card may or may not go to Denver. Division goes to San Diego. So we just want to go over that before we go to the South there. Carolina Panthers, 10-6. You got a great year ahead of you. New Orleans Saints, a healthy Reggie Bush, Drew Brees, and your deep arm offensive man there. Get out of that slump and go somewhere this year. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 6-10. You got a murderous schedule as well. You got to travel overseas, I believe. Bucks ain't working for you. The West, the Arizona Cardinals, not going to have a Super Bowl slump, but when it comes to the playoffs, well, you're going to be back to where you were last year. I don't think you're making the playoffs, though, 8-8. And this is the reason why. St. Louis Rams, 3-13. You didn't do nothing this offseason, in my general opinion. You picked up a few good players. You need to work on your offense. San Francisco 49ers, you got Michael Crabtree. I mean, you still got Frank Gore. You still got your quarterback position is the only thing that scares me. And I would love to see you all bring Michael Vick into that I guess you want to call great running game you all have in San Francisco. But again, I'm concerned. But I think if San Francisco works towards it, 10-6 might be a goal. Realistically, 9-7. 7-9 for Seattle. I just don't see Seattle pretty much doing anything this offseason. So that's my predictions. Join me tomorrow for your playoff and power rankings. I am Joe. Don't forget to rate this video. I mean it.